How's it going, everyone? Landon here with TBS Factoring, coming to you live on site here in Oklahoma City. I'm excited to be next to Depauc. I'm glad you said hi. He's with Gill Express, one of the owners here at this truck wash and truck maintenance. You've got an awesome combination here. You've been doing a lot of business for about 2 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's outstanding. Thank you so much, because the heart behind this, if you're an independent, an owner-operator, if you're a small fleet owner, we're talking truck maintenance, something that you and your team, who's working right behind us, handle every single day. I believe your brother was saying anywhere from 50 to 100 trucks a day, just depends upon the day.
That's right.
That's a lot of people they're helping around the nation. So the heart behind this, when it comes to talking truck maintenance, we were having a conversation before we went live here, Depauc, and you were saying there's about 3 things that you're seeing on a consistent basis. And that first one is the DEF filter. That's a big topic. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, there is a lot with DEF filters, and people do not take good care of those, getting them cleaned on time, and tracking when did they got them cleaned last time. A lot of times I ask my customers, when was the last time you had those cleaned up?
Right.
Most of them don't even know.
Right.
So
I didn't see a leak. I'm not thinking about it, maybe.
Yes, and that's what takes them, off the road, because those filters need the cleaning.
Right.
And that needs to be cleaned on time and taken good care of.
Exactly.
DEF is important thing right now for the trucks.
Absolutely. You can purchase DEF just right over there.
Yes. So, matter of fact, it should be, tracked. When does it need next maintenance and what not? So
absolutely. And you guys being right here off of I-40, not only is the filters for DEF important, but the number one thing that you have to deal with, because the temperature changes from the West Coast to the East Coast, is the wheels.
Definitely.
The wheel seals, correct?
Yes, they go out on every other driver, and most of the drivers don't take, time to get underneath and see if there's any oil leaking inside the wheels. So, and a lot of them, they lose their spindles as well, because of that, and that's a big expense for them. That's a major,
what does that kind of repair usually cost? I mean, what can it be arranged?
It can be, if the spindle goes out on them, it can be anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 depending on what all they lost.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of money.
It's just not paying attention to that little seal leaking. If they get that improved, there's a lot of money they can save.
Absolutely. They don't pull up into your shop, but you can help them with some other stuff.
Yeah, we would like to help people, on their regular maintenance stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Instead of them breaking down, we'd love to.
Big difference. Regular maintenance versus emergency situation.
That's right.
That's big. Absolutely. We were also talking about this. Hey, just make sure you can hear us good. Tell us where you're watching this from. Are you coming from Dallas, New York, down in Florida, wherever have you? And I know we've talked about a couple big things in maintenance, but what's a good one for you that are watching now? Where are you seeing the biggest mistake in maintenance be? And not only what is the mistake, how to prevent it if possible. Like you said, regular maintenance versus emergency breakdown situations that cost a lot of money. So let us know that. We want you to be a part of this conversation. Big deal, very big deal. And plus, if there's a question that comes through, maybe I can call you and say, hey, well, how would you answer this? We'll get you that information. Anything we can do to help, that's what we do here at TBS Lives. The third thing we were talking about, Depauc, fuel.
Yes.
Spending way too much money on fuel because the tire pressure goes low or the air filter's not checked. Talk a little bit about that. Yeah,
DEF filters is another thing too, and that also needs to be, considered as the fuel economy thing. And the tire pressure should be checked every other day. The way the driving habits need to be, like changing gears within those RPM ranges, wherever your truck needs, and keeping a check on your, the clutch is okay or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
So transmission, shifting gears, air pressure, and regular maintenance, changing oil on time and all that.
And that regular maintenance will save a lot more money on fuel and keep more money in their pocket.
That's
absolutely.
Right. Yep.
And avoid those emergency breakdowns or that roadside assistance. Glad it's there,
yep.
but we don't want to make that call if we don't have to.
Right.
Any other, when it comes to other things that you're working on right now, your team, your garage is full here. Mm-hmm. What are all the other things, just maybe one more thing, that you would like to share with our audience about regular maintenance versus their emergency situation? What's one thing that they need to do in their pre-trip that can also help them save some money and keep them on the road?
Yeah, keeping a check on your tires, as I said, tire pressure,
mm-hmm.
Wheel seals, no air leaks, the brakes, usage of brakes, pre-trip inspection, mm-hmm. You can check your brakes are good or not. The drums are the major thing. Drums shouldn't be having cracks on them.
Absolutely.
And especially on the seal side, when you're traveling from, variation of temperature, that's what.
It's a very good point.
That's where the seals expand and contract with the heat and cold. So that's what affects it the most.
Absolutely. So if you're in Phoenix, and you're coming over up to Colorado, you might want to make sure you don't skip that pre-trip or post-trip
right.
inspection.
Especially on the seal.
And I was, just like you, I was talking to another expert who does this every day, just like you and your team, mm-hmm. Next door, and they had one thing to say along with what you just shared when it comes to the regular maintenance. Your regular maintenance is the pre-trip and post-trip,
right? Not
just the maintenance in the garage.
That's true.
And so it's so important. So, Depauc, I can't tell you.
That's where you save your money.
Absolutely, and it's okay. And with the regular maintenance, you grow your business, right. And they can stay on the road and make some good money too. Again, if we haven't talked about what you feel is important, drop it in the comment thread. I'd love to get with Depauc and his team down the road. We'll get those questions answered. But I want to give another shout out to your business because we love supporting local business owners here in Oklahoma City and around the nation. That's what TBS is, privately owned company, family owned business. But this is Gill Express. I just dropped it. 1 second. We're live. You got to hold on to me. 317 South Morgan Road, right here in Oklahoma City. So right off of I-40 in Morgan.
Right.
You can find your shop.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Depauc, my friend, thank you.
Anytime.
From all of us here at TBS, thanks for watching in, tuning in. Hope you got some insight here. Get a part of the conversation. And guess what? We'll be at Matt's next week live on site. We want to see you there because we've got a lot of cool interviews lined up, talking what's latest. And it's going to be some interviews that you're not expecting. So be sure to tune in next Thursday at 4 o'clock, and we'll let you know about other times as well. We'll see you next week.